Hello everyone and welcome to a very different episode of Building a Starship. Today I'm actually going to do all the recording kind of live as I would in a standard Let's Play thing. So currently we're on the bridge of the ship being called USS Britannia. I've already added in the dedication plaque on the wall here, NCC 214445. I know it's a larger number than would normally be used. I believe normally it's a 6-digit number used. This is a 7-digit number, so yeah, it's kind of a way of making my thing unique. Also, that number does have a meaning to me. I'm not going to tell you guys what the number means to me because private stuff. So, this is the bridge. I guess you guys haven't really had a proper look around this place before because it got covered up before you got a chance to have a look. Now, we're not actually going to be working up here today. We are going to be working sort of back there, building up the framework back here, and I'm hoping to get a couple more of these rings put in place as well. Now, these rings will take a while. It's been a while since I've been on the world, but the rings take approximately 20 minutes, half hour each, so that's why that system thingy there is taking such a long time to put in place. It's just because of how huge it is. I am actually going to have to increase my render distance. I record these with my render distance on 64 chunks, so I can get the entire ship in frame. Now, it does make things a little bit more choppy on my end while doing the recording, but because it's replay mod footage, that doesn't make too much of a difference. But you can see here, I'm right at the back of the hull, and I can still see the front of the saucer section from here. I'm not going to worry about nacelles today, or not going to worry about planning the pylons and nacelles today, because that's another thing that I've still got to work out. But yeah, we're gonna finish the framework for the engineering hull and hopefully finish the lower half of the framework for the saucer section. Okay. I've completed the bottom half of the framework for the engineering hull. I've also marked out where I want the top half-ish to end. Because I'm actually going to have a little bit of a shuttle bay sort of sinking down here, and sort of a trapdoor style hatch rather than a hatch where they just fly straight in. That's kind of what I want, because I think that'd be pretty cool watching shuttlecraft sort of landing on the deck, so to speak, and then getting pulled under. That's kind of what I want to happen, and to be honest, I might even animate it in Minimator later. Well, much later when this thing is complete. I'll just pull this model apart slightly so I can actually animate that to look how I want it to. So, I know this is a huge amount of space. I might even end up pulling this back slightly. No, I'm not going to pull it back slightly. This is where I want it. This is the size it's going to be. So what I've got to do is actually try and create a nice curve up to full height, so it's up to the height of the hull here, which runs up to, say, this height, I believe it is. Obviously, this is the next section, which we did actually quite early on. Yeah, this was done, I believe, in the 3rd episode, so blimey. I've changed all the floorings in here to be colour-coded to match what I did over there. I don't know if I've talked about that in the voiceover stuff that I've done. I can't remember, but well. Each deck is going to be colour-coded and all that kind of thing. Right, time to get the top half of the framework done. And then I can figure out how on earth I'm going to do the back here. Okay, most of the framework for the engineering hull is now completed. I have just this little section left to do. Now, This could be a little bit more tricky because it's going to be more sphere-like. I'm going to find a proper sphere generator and... except no, it's not going to work because... I don't know. I'm getting all confused. Okay, right. I'm going to need time to figure this out. Okay. I finally completed the framework for the engineering hull. Wow. This small section here, the tiny dome thing on the back, that took 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Because if you think about it, you've got to create a new bit of framework for every single change in the shape of the hull. So you end up filling in actually most of the hull. It's basically complete. All I've got to do is fill in a few gaps, and in fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to fill in all the gaps on there, and same with back here. Just because, well, what's the point of leaving them unfilled? And that's not doing anything at the moment. The reason I'm not filling the entirety of this in is so I can fly in and out and easily get to all the interior stuff before all that's ready to be sealed off. But for the domes, it's basically already completely sealed off, so there's no point of leaving it open like this. So yeah, I'm gonna just complete this now. So what I have done, and it has been about 35-ish minutes since the last clip, I've completed the hull on that dome there and this dome here, and I've also put in a little bit of framework for where I want the shuttle bay hatch to be in the upper part of the hull here, and I'm gonna have it sort of dipping into the hull as well. Now I've designed this tiny little shuttlecraft as well, based roughly off the TNG designs. I might extend the nacelles forward slightly. I know it's not great, but it means I'm not copying anyone else's design, and actually it means that this shuttlecraft is going to be unique to this ship as well. So that, in my mind, is a positive. Now, there is one more thing I want to do before I round this episode off. The final thing that I want to do in this episode before I close it off is put crew on the bridge. You see, for this month and for a few months after, if you're paying higher tiers, because I'm weird and set it up like that, if you join on Patreon, you can become a part of the crew of the Britannia. Now, I'm doing it like this so people who do join the crew are people that actually want to be on the crew. I've also invited the members from the Adult Craft network to join the crew as well, and loads of them have signed up and given me sort of the positions that they want, so I'm going to put some of those positions on here. But as you can see, here are the 3 different uniforms I'm giving. So you've got your Science Division, your Command Division, and your Engineering and Security, everything like that. So I'm following the same colour coding from the TNG era onwards, basically. And there we have it. The bridge crew, at least for now, is complete. I haven't actually got enough people signed up for the Command Division to have a first officer yet, although I think I do have someone already looking at that position. So yeah, this is the crew that's currently on board. I do have other people from Adults Craft signed up, and I also have one more Patreon member signed up for this as well. So if you wish to join the crew once again, why not head over to Patreon to see just see what's going on there. This 5-person setup took me about an hour as well. So yeah, it does take quite a while getting all the armor stands in. Anyway, I'm going to end today's video here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have all enjoyed. If you have, please feel free to like, subscribe, you know, all the standard YouTubey stuff that I really shouldn't be repeating constantly because it annoys people. I don't know. Alright, See you next time. Goodbye.